Get ready, because what you are about to hear may change forever the way you see one of the most delicate, most overlooked, and paradoxically most extraordinary creatures on planet Earth. Today, we are going to talk about butterflies, but not butterflies as you imagine them. Not just colorful insects flying through gardens, not generic symbols of beauty or poetry. Behind those fragile wings lies a story of extreme survival, radical transformation, advanced biological engineering, and a silent yet essential role in maintaining the balance of life on Earth. Before anything else, observe a butterfly. It seems too light to exist. Its wings look like they're made of paper. Its flight is erratic, almost uncertain, as if at any moment the world could break it. But this is an illusion, because the butterfly is not weak. It is the final result of one of the most brutal and efficient processes in nature. Everything begins in silence. Most people never see the beginning of a butterfly's life because it happens far from human eyes, on ordinary leaves, on ignored plants, in forgotten corners of the world. There, a female lays her eggs, small, discreet, almost invisible. Each egg carries a complete blueprint of life. Everything is already there: color, shape, behavior, instinct. But what emerges from it looks nothing like what the world knows as a butterfly. What hatches from the egg is a caterpillar, and here the illusion of delicacy disappears. The caterpillar is not beautiful. It is not graceful. It does not fly. It does not enchant. It eats. It eats non-stop. It eats as if the world were going to end tomorrow, because in a way, it will. The caterpillar is born programmed to grow as fast as possible. Its only goal is to store energy. It chews leaves, flowers, stems. It grows, it swells. It sheds its skin multiple times. Each molt is a sign of accelerated growth. Each shedding is a risk, a moment of extreme vulnerability. Predators are everywhere: birds, ants, wasps, reptiles, even other caterpillars. Most do not survive. It is estimated that only a small fraction of caterpillars reach adulthood. Nature is not kind. It is selective. And then, when the caterpillar reaches its limit, something extraordinary happens. It stops. Stops eating, stops growing, stops moving, and prepares to disappear. The caterpillar attaches itself to a branch, a leaf, a trunk, and closes in on itself. The chrysalis appears. From the outside, it looks like nothing more than a motionless shell, lifeless, without any sign of activity. But inside, one of the most radical transformations ever recorded in the natural world takes place. The caterpillar ceases to exist, literally. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar's body dissolves. Tissues break down. Organs reorganize. Cells are destroyed and rebuilt. This is not a gradual change. It is death followed by rebirth. Scientifically, this is called complete metamorphosis. But that term fails to capture the violence and the beauty of the process. What emerges from the chrysalis is not an improved caterpillar. It is a completely new being. When the butterfly finally emerges, it still cannot fly. Its wings are crumpled, wet, small. It must pump hemolymph, the blood of insects, into its wings, expanding every vein, every microscopic structure. Only then, after hours, does it open its wings for the first time, and the world changes. Butterflies belong to the order Lepidoptera, which means scaly wings. And this is not a metaphor. Butterfly wings are covered with millions of microscopic scales. These scales don't just create color, they also control temperature, water repellency, and aerodynamics. The colors we see do not always come from pigments. In many species, they are the result of light interference within microscopic structures. In other words, some butterflies are not colored. They manipulate light. Blues that don't exist as paint, greens that are not pigment, reflections that change with the angle. It is pure physics transformed into living beauty. But anyone who thinks these colors exist only to please humans is mistaken. In nature, color is language. Some butterflies are toxic. They feed on poisonous plants as caterpillars and store these toxins in their adult bodies. Their bright colors say, "Don't eat me." Other species are not toxic, but imitate the colors of those that are. A perfect bluff. This is called mimicry, a survival strategy based on deception. And it works. But not all butterflies hide with bright colors. Some do the opposite. Wings that look like dry leaves, tree bark, patterns that mimic the eyes of larger predators. When a butterfly closes its wings, it can simply disappear into the environment. And yet, despite all these strategies, a butterfly's life is short. Some live for weeks, others just a few days. But there are exceptions that defy everything. The most famous of them is the monarch butterfly. Every year, millions of monarchs undertake one of the greatest migrations on Earth. They travel thousands of kilometers, from Canada and the United States to Mexico. The most impressive part? No single butterfly completes the entire journey alone. It takes several generations, each one inheriting an invisible map etched into instinct. None of them learns the route. They simply know. Scientists are still trying to understand how an insect with such a small brain can perform solar navigation, magnetic orientation, and genetic memory of routes. And while they fly, butterflies work. Without applause, without recognition. They are pollinators. As they visit flowers in search of nectar, they carry pollen from one plant to another, ensuring the reproduction of thousands of plant species. Less efficient than bees? In some cases, yes, but essential in specific ecosystems, especially in tropical regions. Without butterflies, plants disappear. And when plants disappear, the entire system collapses. In addition, butterflies are environmental indicators. They are extremely sensitive to climate change, pollution, pesticide use, and habitat destruction. When butterflies disappear, it is a warning. Something is wrong, and the world is hearing that warning louder and louder. In recent years, butterfly populations have declined drastically. Deforestation, intensive agriculture, cities expanding without limits, host plants disappear, and without them, caterpillars cannot survive. Without caterpillars, there are no butterflies. Without butterflies, we lose more than color. We lose balance. But perhaps the greatest impact of butterflies is not biological. It is symbolic. Since ancient civilizations, butterflies have represented transformation, rebirth, change. For the Greeks, the word psyche meant soul and butterfly. For many indigenous peoples, they were spiritual messengers, symbols of passage between worlds. And it's not hard to understand why. Few creatures show so literally that it is possible to stop being one thing and become something completely different. The butterfly does not improve the caterpillar. It abandons the caterpillar. It accepts the end to allow the beginning. Perhaps that's why, even in a fast, noisy, and brutal world, people stop when a butterfly passes by. For a few seconds, time slows down. Because there, flying before our eyes, is living proof that fragility can hide strength, that change can be beautiful, and that even the quietest creatures hold the world together. Butterflies do not demand attention. They do not roar. They do not attack. They do not dominate headlines. They simply exist. And by existing, they keep life in motion. Protecting butterflies means protecting far more than insects. It means protecting forests, fields, invisible cycles. It means protecting the very idea of transformation. Because as long as there are butterflies in the sky, nature is still trying to tell us that there is always a possibility to change, even after the darkness. Did you enjoy learning more about this incredible animal? Turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and keep an eye out for our next curious videos. Every day, a new curiosity about a different animal.